5 takeaways from week 6. 1, Sauce Gardner is him. Now, coming into this draft, we all knew Sauce Gardner was a dog, right? Everybody said, okay, he's going to be good. But I didn't know that this kid was going to be this good. Sauce Gardner might, at this juncture right now, 6 weeks into his professional career, he might be a top 5 corner already. What's understood don't need to be explained. He's given up 0 touchdowns in his existence of playing cornerback in football, period, not just in the NFL. Sauce Gardner's a dog, and the Jets got them one. He might be the next Darrelle Revis, man, if he keeps this up. At this trajectory, I don't want to place no names. I don't want to put no pressure on the kid. But at this juncture, he might be the next Darrelle Revis, man. He looked good in that number 1 with that Jets uniform. Shout out to Sauce, man. Sauce Gardner is definitely him. Number 2, the NFL is the most unpredictable sport in all of sports. It has to be, right? Not only is it the most exciting, but it's also the most unpredictable. Why? Especially in playoff time. It's one and done. Playoffs, one and done. Look what happened, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen last year. A coin flip literally decided the game. But what if we could make it so Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes could play a 3-game series, 5-game series? Not even 5. It's football. 3-game series. I think that changes a lot. You know what I mean? When you have series in sports, 9 times out of 10, the better team will win. But in football doesn't care if you're sick. Football don't care if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Football doesn't care if your mother died last night. The show must go on, and you must carry those emotions from real life into the sport. So you don't get no redos. You don't get no extra credit. What you deliver is what you deliver, regardless of what's going on in your personal life. Football is the most unpredictable sport. Look at what happened this weekend. Falcons beat the Niners. Everybody was ranting and raving about how good that Niners defense was. Falcons put up 28 points on their head top. The Bucks lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They say if you got more than one quarterback, you got no quarterback. Who's the quarterback for the Steelers? I don't know. Is it Kenny Pickett? He goes down. Mr. Trubisky comes in, and he looks like he never left and completed 2 passes, throwing dots. Like, it's crazy. The Jets beat Green Bay. We just talked about Sauce Gardner. Dog. The Jets beat Green Bay. 27-10, might I add. Not just beat them. They blew him up. They dog-walked him. Shout out to the New York Jets, man. Giants, of course, I don't want to call them underdogs, but you can make a legitimate case for the Baltimore Ravens to be more legit, especially coming into the season, than the New York Giants. And they beat them, albeit Lamar Jackson sold the bag. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and the New York Giants pulled it out. Diesel, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man? I'm feeling great, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to have you guys in. You know, the few of you guys that come in and chop it up and, you know, talk some sports with me. Too many injuries for the series in the NFL. That's why I said 3-game at best. But I'm telling you, if you decide to have a series in the NFL, the better team will win more than likely than it does right now. Right now, it's any given Sunday. Any team could win. Number 3, I gotta say this week in and week out, and I'm not gonna stop saying it until somebody proves me wrong. The Eagles are the most dangerous team in the National Football League. Everybody wants to rant and rave about the Bills. I love the Bills. Chiefs, I love the Chiefs. But the Philadelphia Eagles are the most dangerous team in the league. Here's why. We're one of the few teams in the NFL that can win a multitude of ways, and that's what you need going into the playoffs, where weather is an issue, can play a part, inconsistencies on each phase of the game could play a point, right? We've beaten teams defensively. We've beaten teams where Jalen goes for over 340 passing yards. We've beaten teams where Miles Sanders rushes for over 1,000 and the team rushes for 200 yards as a squad. We've beaten teams where the offensive line has just dominated the defensive line on the trenches. This team is the most dangerous team simply because of the dynamic that we bring to the table. We can beat you a multitude of ways. If Josh Allen has a bad game, 8 times out of 10, even though the Bills have a great defense, they'll probably lose that game. If Jalen Hurts doesn't throw for a ton of yards, we can still win. Why? Because we have the best running game in football, and we got the best defense in football with the best offensive line in football. We can beat you a multitude of ways, and that's what makes the Philadelphia Eagles the single scariest team in the National Football League. No bullshit. If y'all could score more points in the second half, y'all would run the league. No doubt about it. I don't like our second half performances in no games. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe outside of the Minnesota game, but we need to do better in the second half. OG, the only thing about the Eagles, I feel like they start to play lazy in the last quarter. Yeah, definitely. We just talked about it. I feel like the Eagles play more not to lose than to win. I think a lot of these teams that we beat that were closer games, we should have put our foot on their throat, but we didn't. Either way it goes, we've shown the ability to win multitude of different ways. And that's what you need going into the playoffs because, like I say, things can happen. Josh Allen may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. He goes into the game the next day. He's not himself. He throws for $125, 4 interceptions, and they lose. I feel like our defense is good enough to overcome a bad game from Jalen Hurts, or we can't get the rushing game going. I feel like we can overcome it with different phases of the game. And that's just that to me makes us the dangerous team in the National Football League. Number 4, Josh Allen might have just taken the lead, and pretty much he's holding the baton for the MVP right now, right? And to be honest with you, Josh Allen has come a long way. I'm not a big Josh Allen fan, you know, especially him coming in from where'd he come from, Wyoming. His inaccuracy issues, big arm, but very inaccurate, especially downfield. I did not see this. Each and every season, Josh Allen has progressed to the point to where now he's being compared to Patrick Mahomes as taking the throne for the best quarterback in the league. Now, I'm not saying that's true, but I'm saying a lot of people have that circling around right now that, hey, Josh Allen might be better than Patty Mahomes, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Number 5, Von Miller's impact on a defense might be the most underrated aspect of his game. Von Miller is a dog. 6 sacks through 6 weeks right now, 8 tackles for loss. Von Miller is averaging a sack a game. He's an animal. Last year, he was on the Rams. They went to the Super Bowl. Number 1 ranked defense in the league. This year, he's on the Bills. Their favorite to win the Super Bowl. Number 1 ranked defense, or number 2 ranked defense in the league behind the Eagles. So, Von Miller's game transfers from east to west, as you so may, right? Shout out to Von Miller, because I think right now, as of right now, Von Miller's presence is so prevalent in Buffalo that he should be a dark horse MVP candidate. Damn dark horse. Von Miller might be leading the candidacy for MVP in my eyes. I know we got, Nick Bosa's doing his thing. It's a couple other guys, 11 from heaven, as Skip Bayless likes to call him, on the Cowboys. He's doing his thing. But Von Miller, man, he definitely needs to be in that discussion if you were to ask me.